Yeah, it's time, people. It is time. First of all, this is Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos. I gratefully appreciate it. And I hope you're having a safe and healthy Easter with your friends and family that you can be near, but that's not what this is about. Yes, in fact, this has been a long time coming. I have done my best to try to avoid this. Really, I have. But after everything else that's been going on, and after playing through this game so many times, I've memorized every single thing about it, and in going back to the original, I had to do it. It's only fair. First of all, once again, whenever I do a game review, I want to make sure that the game review is very non-biased and my personal feelings are not involved with that review. So go to my Resident Evil 3 Nemesis non-biased review for me to actually say, without trying to offend anybody, what I felt the game was like. But here's the thing, people. I cannot rightly let this game slip by without pointing out how much of a missed opportunity this game was. You know, everyone's out there, but Nathan, it's so great, it's a great game. And I would have to say, actually, no, it's not. Is it fun? Yes. Does it play well? Kinda, sorta, yeah. But this game is such a botch from Capcom. They were on a massive roll of a win streak with what they've been doing lately. Look at Resident Evil 2. Hell, I was even talking about that in my last rant video on Final Fantasy. Look what they did with Resident Evil 2. It's gold. It's the immaculate, game that it should have been. And they did it right with the remake. But then they go and they totally fuck it up when they do Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And I had several people in the comments in there say, oh, well, you don't understand. You were complaining the fact that it was too short. Well, oh, Nathan, you gotta realize something. Resident Evil 3 was always a short game. Yes, it was a short game. But I stand by the fact that it's nothing more than a friggin' half-ass slapdash game that they made that should have been DLC for Resident Evil 2. It was such a short game. They even had another game that they were working on called Resistance that it was supposed to be the sequel to that terrible ass raccoon. What was it called? I forget the name of it, but it was that 4 versus 4 player style online game. Well, they realized that sucked so bad. What was it called? Operation Raccoon City, I think it was. But it was so bad they decided they wanted to make a new version of it. And with the way the games were going here lately with Dead by Daylight and the fact with them coming out with the Predator game, they thought it was a good idea to actually have another game company work on this game. And then they realized once it was getting close to being done, oh God, this game sucks ass. It sucks ass. No one's going to buy this. No one's going to buy this. They're going to actually say that Operation Raccoon City was better than this. So they're like, well, what are we going to do? We half-assed our own version of Resident Evil 3 to get it out as soon as possible, to capitalize on the fandom of what we did with Resident Evil 2. Okay? Even though it was in development about the same time near Resident Evil 2, technically this game only had 1 true year of development on it, people. Now, if you add up all the time that it took to make it, it took about 3 to 4 years to make Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And that's just pathetic. It's pathetic. And the damn other game was so sucky, they're like, well, just throw it in. We're going to charge full price for this game. This should be $29 or $19.95 as DLC for Resident Evil 2. Because first of all, more than 60% of the assets that are in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis are actually recycled assets, okay? Believe it or not, a lot of the buildings and everything you see in the cities of Raccoon City are assets. They reused assets. That's all they did. There's very few things they actually made from scratch. And while it looked great and it played great, after you played it enough times and you went back and played the original, you realized the faults that it had. First of all, they went a little bit too heavy towards the action element in it, which stays true to the original, but the problem is it doesn't work in this title. You change aspects that worked brilliantly in Resident Evil 2 that you didn't even carry over, like the knife. What's the point of the knife? Can anyone tell me what the point of the knife is now, other than smashing boxes? At least in the other one, it was like a one-hit get-out-of-jail-free card. You had a zombie, if you did it right, you could like shove the knife in them, and the knife would break after a while. So I understand that, but you could have just added the mechanic from Resident Evil 2 into this. It would have worked great, And then the zombies, has anybody noticed how much worse they are in this? Graphically, though, they look great, but it's the same 5 zombies over and over again with the same animation. They took away stuff from Resident Evil 2 when they ported it over here. And like the ragdoll animations. Does anybody notice that? The ragdoll animations were severely magnificent in Resident Evil 2. And in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, they're garbage. They're fucking garbage. They took out all that. They AI. And then talk about AI. How do you fuck up Nemesis as bad as you did in this game? I mean, at first people were worried because they're like, oh, we're doing it, we're building off the style of Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. And the only thing bad about Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 is he was in it way too soon and stuck around way too long. And the fact that he could bother you while you're trying to do puzzles, that sucked. That sucked, okay? But people were like, oh my God, it's going to be like Mr. X all over again. Honestly, nerve-wracking, because that guy would follow you everywhere. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to have the motherfucker pop up, Nemesis pop up in scripted elements through the whole game. The whole game. So when you play the game, you can memorize exactly where that idiot's going to appear each and every time. I was letting my friend play it to do a review on it because I wanted to see what his thoughts were on this. Because maybe mine, I just couldn't figure out what it was. But no, after a while when playing it, since I played it so much, I was telling him exactly where things were going to happen. Because you know why? It's 100% scripted. And that right there is the biggest downfall to it. The Nemesis in the last one, it was sporadic. But it had a lot more uniqueness to it in the fact of it being spontaneous. I mean, you knew that he wouldn't follow you in the save rooms. But other than that, you did not know where he was going to appear, where he was going to follow you. I played the original so much and went back and realized that even though the tank controls aspect and the stuck camera perspectives was annoying as hell, it was a better game than this. This is just another cash grab, people. It should have been DLC. Capcom knows it. It's too short. And people are like, oh, but the other one was short. Well, really? Well, how come they cut out several scenes in this game? Huh? You know why they cut out all these scenes? To save on money and time to get the game out sooner so they could capitalize on people buying it because they got off on Resident Evil 2 so damn much. Yeah, that's right. What? No clock tower scene? No zoo scene? No park? Or whatever it was? Yeah, so they take away big chunks of this game. And it's even shorter than what the other original one was. And then they shoehorn these boss battles that are nothing more than fucking Ring Around the Rosie. Can you tell me in any of the boss battles in this game where all you have to do is just run from Nemesis in a circle, besides the last boss? But even then, it's lame as hell. Oh, look, there he is with a flamethrower. Run in a circle. Just run in a circle shooting him. Dodge out of the way. Run in a circle. Then you fight him again near the clock tower. Guess what he does? He gets WWE SmackDown belly flops off the top of the clock tower, and all you do is run in a circle. Just run in a circle. And you fight him again, and guess what? Run in a circle. You run in a circle. Only difference is, he even does the same animation of running around the outside and stopping. And then you got your guy Carlos who's like, oh, he's behind number 4. Really? I can't tell. Thank you for telling me. A big honking, noisy ass motherfucker running around, stopping on number 4, and you got to tell me, oh, look at he's on number 4. He on number 4. That's not good game design, people. That is just half-ass slapdash bullshit. I mean, honestly, the only thing good that they did, and they botched that too, was having some RE2 continuity, linked together, like showing how Marvin actually got bit and how the hole in the bathroom wall occurred. That was great, but there's a bunch of other shit that you just didn't even bother on telling. What happened? What about the other holes in the wall? Could have showed Nemesis smashed through the wall there, huh? But no, Nemesis don't appear in the RPD. You know why? Because you don't play as Jill Valentine. You get to play as the other guy, which is nice. But what the fuck is the point of collecting all this shit, putting it in the magic box, when you switch characters that you don't get any of that shit, and you have to start over from scratch for that character to play through? I mean, I don't understand it. The game, the Resident Evil Resistance with it is a steaming pile of shit. It's garbage. The balance sucks. The graphics suck. They have so many corridors that you shuffle down that you can fucking just, if you know what you're doing as the mastermind, just place one of the main characters there and you kill all the other people every single time. That's not good game design there, people. I mean, I'm serious. This game is not a game. This game should have been DLC for Resident Evil 2. It's not long enough to warrant a full price tag for it, and it's certainly not big enough and bad enough to warrant a price tag even with the resistance mode thrown in. And God forbid you spend 15-20 minutes just trying to get into a fucking match on that piece of shit game. I mean, the game has, Resident Evil 3 has no replay value. None at all either. I mean, with Resident Evil 2, it was a full-fledged big adventure. I mean, you played through and then you played through again. And while it was structurally somewhat the same because they didn't use the swap mechanic, you still got some new stuff for each character, and then you got the special ending, and it had replay to it. You had the Mercenaries mode. You also had all the other free DLC that they gave you with that game. And for the price package that you got, that was an overwhelming abundance of greatness. But this is not. This is just a cash grab that is mostly recycled assets, stupid AI, a bunch of stuff removed from the game for no reason other than just to slapdash to get this damn game out the door to make money on it. And then some of the best features in the original Nemesis is better. The original game is better than this. This is once again all glitz and glamour and no heart and soul. Seriously. I mean, I guess if you're one of them people that just gets off on looking at Jill's breasts and asks, she's so hot, she's so hot, oh, she's so hot. Who the hell cares? I, personally, ain't a pervert that just plays games to look at a fake character's ass, okay? Oh, look, she's attractive. Who the hell cares? I would rather have a good game than someone with a nice ass in my face. Oh, look, that's stupid. And if you like it because of that, you're fucking stupid too. Because really, I mean, even Nemesis, the original, had it to where there's certain parts where when the Nemesis would appear and it would go slow-mo, and it gave you options. It's like, okay, do we dive out the window, or do we go here, or do you shoot the electrical box, or do you do this? Now, while it didn't drastically change the game, it gave a nice amount of variation to it, to where it made it to where that game was way more replayable. You could go through and play it again, and with the non-scripted aspects of Nemesis actually appearing and acting different, it made it to where you could play that game multiple times. And it was longer too. It had more stuff to it. And this is like, got 2 puzzles in the whole damn game? You got the one with the rerouting the train, which is so damn stupid and easy. They got the map right there. It's nothing even, it's the okay, number 2, number 3, number 1. How can you fuck it up that bad? And then the other puzzle is mixing the antidote at the end? Oh, well, okay, I'll hit this one, hit that. Oh, look, oh, wow, I already got it. What the hell? And you look at the puzzles they had in Resident Evil 2. And some of them are some really good head scratchers, but you could figure it out because the way the game was designed and structured, as long as you actually went around and searched everywhere, you could figure things out. And this is just like dumb luck, and you're like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is not a good game. Honestly. I didn't like it. I did not like this game. I feel like it should have been DLC only. It's not worth the price. You don't get good replay value. The only thing you get when you beat the game is all these magic points that you don't even know you're getting through the game for doing stuff like getting so many kills with zombies with certain weapons and dodges and stuff like that. You get these points at the end of the game that you can use to unlock cheats. And they're not even cheats. They're like, oh, you got to play through and beat the game 3 times to get enough to get the rocket launcher. Wowee! All it does is make the game easier each time. And don't make it any funner. And in certain aspects, no giant spiders. And then what is this thing? It's always got to be sexualized, with Jill having tubes shoved down her throat, and Nemesis with his tentacle. What the hell is the point of the tentacle if he only uses it like 3 times? And my personal favorite is when he does use the tentacle, and he grabs you and he pulls you towards him. What's he do? He just stands there looking at you. Hey, sup? Yeah, I pulled you over here to kill you, but I'm gonna wait for you to get up and start running again. It's fucking stupid. Everything about this game is a disappointment. You can actually play through this game and beat it in less than, almost a little less than 2 hours. All you have to do is, if you know where everything is, you just go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. And if you removed all the backtracking of this game, it's like an hour long. That is not right, people. And for people like you to be on here and actually promoting and saying this is a great game, you don't know what you're talking about, Nate. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just one of these butthurt people that don't understand that how you update a game for modern day society. What, you got to make it stupid and dumb? Are you trying to say that modern day society gamers are nothing but stupid, dumb idiots that like contrived garbage that's not original, that's not fun, that's not worth the money you pay? Well, if you're that kind of person, then have fun playing Resident Evil Nemesis. Because in the end, my personal feeling of this game is, it is a piece of shit. They shouldn't have made this. This is a huge disappointment. And there's so few people out there that are actually noticing this. They're not noticing it. They're just looking at the shiny coat of paint. But you can take a gremlin and paint it with a shiny new coat of paint. You can do it with a turd, right? You take a dog turd and you paint it gold. Oh, it's shiny and beautiful, but you know what? It's still a piece of shit. And in this case, Capcom, you fucked up. You dropped the ball. You royally screwed up. And you knew this game wasn't that good. That's why you were like chopping chunks out of it to get the game out the door as fast as you can. And then you're like, well, throwing that terrible ass resistance mode, because we know it sucks. No one's going to buy that on its own either. They're going to just think, well, look, it's Operation Raccoon City, but worse. We'll just throw it together so they feel like they're actually getting a value. And in the end, all you did was just kick all the true loving fans right in the balls with this. And that's what I think. My honest opinion of what I think of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. This was Nate, a.k.a. Devil Dog. Please leave in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me on this. Like I care. You're not going to... I don't care. I really don't. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Yeah, right. Like that's going to happen. Subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of content other than when I do these rants. There's got to be something on here for you that you'll like. And in the end, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard. I hope you're all having a safe and healthy Easter, and peace out.